He was rejected many times, not because he wasn't qualified, but because life had another plan for him, a plan he did not understand at the time, a plan that would change everything. His name was Brian, a young man who did everything right. He studied hard, he stayed focused, he sacrificed comfort for a better future, and when he finally graduated, he believed his life was about to begin. He had the certificates, he had the knowledge, he had the confidence. Everything they said was required to succeed. So he stepped into the world, ready to work, ready to prove himself. But the world did not respond the way he expected. The first application was rejected, the second, rejected, the third, ignored. At first, he remained hopeful. It's normal, he told himself. My time will come. But the rejections did not stop. He attended interviews where he performed well, where he answered every question with confidence, where the interviewers smiled and said, "You're a strong candidate." Yet days later, silence, or another message, "We regret to inform you." Each rejection slowly took something from him, not just opportunity, but belief. He began to question himself, am I not good enough? But deep inside, he knew he was. Days turned into weeks, weeks turned into months. Brian kept trying, wearing the same clean shirt, walking into offices with hope, and leaving with disappointment. It became a cycle, one he could not escape, until one morning, everything changed. He woke up feeling different, not angry, not sad, just tired, tired of waiting, tired of proving himself to people who could not see his value. He sat quietly on his bed, looking at the wall, thinking deeply, for how long will I keep waiting for someone to choose me? That question stayed with him, and in that moment, he made a decision. If no one would give him an opportunity, he would create one for himself. It was not a perfect plan. It was not even a clear plan. But it was a beginning. Brian started with small daily work, anything honest, anything that could bring him income. Jobs he once ignored, tasks he once looked down on. But now, he saw things differently. He was no longer working just to survive. He was working to build something. And with that mindset, everything changed. Every day, he worked, and every day, he saved. Not occasionally, not when it was convenient, but consistently. 50% of everything he earned, no matter how small. He lived simply, spent carefully, and protected every coin he saved. He did not trust banks, so he created his own system. He dug a small space in the ground, placed a box inside, and kept his savings there. It may have seemed unusual to others, but to Brian, it was discipline, it was control, it was progress. As time passed, the box slowly filled, but the journey was not easy. Some of his friends mocked him. With your education, this is what you're doing? You're wasting your time. Others tried to convince him to take shortcuts. Join Forex trading. Make quick money. Life is easier that way. But Brian refused, every single time, because he remembered something painful. His father, a man who once had stability, who once had peace, until trading took everything from him. The losses, the stress, the sleepless nights. Brian had seen it all, and he made a promise never to follow that path. So he stayed focused, quiet, disciplined. He continued working, continued saving, continued building. Years passed, and one day, he knew he was ready. Not because someone told him, but because he had prepared himself. He took his savings and started his first business. It was small, very small. No big office, no recognition. Just a simple beginning. At first, nothing happened. No customers, no attention, no support. People laughed again. This will not work. You should have stayed looking for a job." But Brian did not respond. He had learned something important. Not every opinion deserves your attention. So he kept going. He made mistakes, lost money, faced challenges. But this time, he did not quit. He learned, improved, adjusted, and slowly, the business began to grow. One customer became two, two became 10, and over time, people started to notice, not the man who was rejected, but the man who was building. Years later, that small beginning became something greater, a company, and Brian became its leader. The same man who once searched for opportunities was now creating them. But life had one more moment waiting for him. Applications started coming in, people looking for jobs, and among them were familiar names, the same people, the same organizations who once rejected him. Now they needed him. Brian looked at their applications, calm, thoughtful. There was no anger in his heart, no desire for revenge, only growth. And so he gave them an opportunity. He employed them, not to prove a point, but to show what was possible. And he paid them well, better than they had ever offered anyone. Because Brian understood something deeper. Success is not about getting even. It is about becoming better. It is about building a life so strong that the past no longer defines you. So if you are watching this, feeling rejected, feeling overlooked, feeling like life is not giving you a chance, remember this: you are not being denied, you are being redirected. And one day, the same doors that did not open for you will stand before you again. But this time, you will not be knocking. You will be the one opening them.